Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Jedi. So today we're going to be looking at why USPS should be changed probably to a private account, and why they should no longer be public, why they should just be shut down, why President Trump is targeting them, why all this stuff is happening, all these why, all these whys all over the place. Today they're going to be answered. As always, let's go. Alright, so of course we know the entire dilemma that went on with the USPS versus President Trump, and of course who's going to win, the president or some postal company. Of course, the president's going to end up winning. So with the USPS, unlike the other postal companies like UPS, basically they do the stuff publicly. You know, they don't. It's not private. So they actually do have stations in many different places, like rural areas, and of course that's super helpful if you live there. Now with the private things, right? They're pretty regulated. So things that go through are checked, and they're not as lenient as the USPS. But with these mail-in voting ballots, it's going to be specifically a huge problem, because these ballots are just going to be sent to everybody. And as long as you have an ID, as long as you have a place to live, you're probably going to be sent a ballot. And if that happens, who are going to be voting? People that shouldn't be voting. And of course, it's going to rig the entire poll. This is going to end up messing with the electoral college. And you could say that, you know, it's just going to be a small county. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Just because a small county votes this way doesn't mean the whole state's going to change. Well, then it shouldn't matter at all, right? Because think about it. Every single vote matters. Why? Because the entire America, what's it made of, right? So we have the entire America. We have a simple state. For example, we'll just talk about California. So we have a state, California. In California, we do have a county. Inside that county, we have small different areas. And that's how we get to one vote. Every single person votes, right? And every single person's vote must count, because if it doesn't count, at the end of the day, it's not going to be the right thing to do, because then we are not going to have the unified system, and we're not going to have the fountain of authority, which is the people. So we must have every single vote to count, and we must have every single person to be legal. We don't want any illegal voting, because that's also going to mess up. That is why President Trump has decided to just shut down USPS, pack up all the trucks, make sure they move everything away. This way, when they do have to vote, they're going to be voting in person, and the people who are going to be showing up are going to be, you know, of course, the people who can vote. Because if you're illegal, you're not going to have an ID. If you don't have an ID, how are you going to vote, right? So then, when people go there, it's going to be a longer line too. So of course, there's going to be less people who actually want to go and vote. And when that happens, President Trump always is going to win if there's less people voting. But this time, of course, with BLM, we'll see how his voting turnout is. But at the end of the day, of course, the odds are lined up for President Trump. He is probably going to end up winning. If you want to know why I think that, many videos on my channel, go check it out under Jedi Solomon. Other than that, guys, I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Make sure you guys like this video, share it with all your friends, subscribe to my channel, and if you like what you see, then guys, DM me, description below. We can talk about politics and talk about anything you want. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow.